Oh yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
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 Wait, this is kind of fierce, but maybe I'm
it's
just
like
feeling...
an Erewhon pizza, like a good
I'm like,
ingredients.
okay, privilege.
It's a clean pizza.
No, I didn't care at that point.
Great.
Like, full transparency. She's definitely like twerking on national television, like on Dancing with the Stars, which probably has never happened before.
How's it going to be on tour without her?
I'm gonna miss her. I mean, I taught convicted felon how to dance, so that definitely came with its battles. So when they were coming for like my choreography, I was like, okay, no, like I can pull up, like I can 100% do this. With Anna, I was eliminated first, so you didn't really get to see like my choreographic ability. And then they would come up to me and they'd be like, I love your TikToks, I love your social media, which is like awesome, but that's not my love. Like that's not my passion. It's a load of bullet. Just like always just stay true to who you are. I definitely feel like a lot of people in this industry tend to lose themselves over a job, lose their identity to fit a certain thing. For me, what really helped the most was just allowing space to discover myself. But once I did, really staying true to who that was.
Lemon Drops, the day has officially come. Ezra Sosa is on the podcast. Yes, cheers, applause. We've had him on before with Riley. We did a fun Christmas episode with them a couple years back, but I'm so excited that I finally got the opportunity to sit down one-on-one with Ezra and dive into all of the things. In this episode, Ezra reflects on this past season of Dancing with the Stars and how it finally gave him the opportunity to fully showcase his talent for both dance and choreography, including the story behind his freestyle dance and what that piece meant to him personally. He opens up about what it was like partnering with Olympian Jordan Chiles, navigating the intense scrutiny, discord, and hate on social media, and the boundaries he's learned to set online to protect his piece. Ezra also shares how he keeps his love for dance alive despite the pressure, what mental health looks like for him while on tour, and the advice older pros gave him that stayed with him. He shares how he stayed grounded in who he is within an industry that often expects you to look, act, and dress a certain way. I cannot wait for you guys to hear this fun little yap session that Ezra and I had. He is such a doll, as you all know, and this episode is super special. Hope you enjoy. Ezra, hi. Welcome back to The Squeeze.
I love being here. It's super fun.
I love having you.
Yeah, you just have the best energy.
I miss you. You're just like so like warm and cozy and welcoming. Like I feel like
Thanks.
Like at the Stranger Things premiere when I saw you, like there's so much going on. Like you're with Jordan, you got things going on, and you just like taking the time to like come up and say hi.
Thanks.
It's like it's so sweet. And I know you do that for a lot of people.
Well, you're sweet too, so I think it goes both ways.
So it's easy.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Love
you
it.
also look like insanely gorgeous. I can't remember what your dress was. But like I remember
like
seeing
red.
you, I was like, "We're
Oh my gosh.
queen." Cool.
Well, we start each episode off. I can't remember if we did this because last time you were here, we did like full on just like Christmas.
It was like full festive with pajamas and like a whole party. Yeah.
It was way too much fun. But we start each episode off with this jar. It's a
Okay.
game called Citrus Got Real. If you want to pull a little piece of paper out of there
Okay.
and read her to us.
Okay, I'll pull this one because it's like less obvious. Do you like strategically place these?
No.
Okay.
Strategically in the sense of I try to balance them so they don't fall, but it never really works.
Oh wait, this is hard. If you had to eat one meal every single day, what would it be?
Ooh.
Tay Lautner, I don't know. That's so hard. Like, I feel like my gut would say pizza. Because I also feel like this is why I love pizza.
Okay. Hit me.
It's universal.
Yeah.
If you go to different parts of like even our country,
Yeah.
pizza's gonna be different. That's why I love it. When I tour with JoJo, she would get pizza in every single city, and that's when I was like, wait, this is kind of fierce. Like I'm eating the
Oh,
same
wow.
thing, but it's kind of different every single time.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to eat healthy right now. So I'm like, I don't feel like that's like nutritional,
Yeah.
like to eat every single day.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm
it's
just
like an
feeling...
Erewhon pizza, like a good
I'm like,
ingredients.
okay, privilege.
It's a clean pizza. I was gonna say ramen. That was like my.
Yeah, but wouldn't you feel like so bloated after?
I don't know.
I would eat ramen and be like, I would feel like, oh,
Yeah.
I hate it.
Well, okay, let's live in a world where there's no consequences of feeling bloated. Then it would be
Pizza or ramen. Okay.
ramen. Yeah, I think I would still pick ramen. Well, I'm excited to like chat and hear about life in this past season because it's been so fun to watch you, but also like not that you needed to prove yourself, but I really feel like you showed a lot of people like your knowledge of dance and your ability to be an amazing pro as a partner and a choreographer.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you how many times Taylor and I have watched the freestyle. Like, literally, I watched it and I was like, I had chills. Like, actually, like, it was so good. And even like the actual ballroom styles of dance, I feel like you just did like such a good job. Not that I was thinking you weren't going to do one, but you know, it was your first time really getting to like dive into that.
Yeah, I love that you said that too, because like that was 100% my mindset going into this season.
Yeah.
Because I overheard through like other producers or casting, like, you will be getting a good partner this season, so we can really see what you can do.
Yeah.
Not like with Anna, I was eliminated first, so you didn't really get to see like my choreographic ability. You didn't really get to see her progression like as a dancer. So I definitely feel like going into this season, especially when I was like on tour, like I just, you know, like we're about to go into tour, just came back from doing another tour, like so many tours. I'm like, oh my God. But like when you're out on the road, I would be like next to Danny.
Yeah.
And everyone would compliment her dance ability, her choreography, whatever. Yeah. And then they would come up to me and they'd be like, I love your TikToks. I love your social media, which is like awesome.
Yeah.
But that's not my love. Like that's not my passion. So like going into this past season that just happened with Jordan, that was like 100% my mindset. I was trying to prove myself, not just to like my peers, but to everyone back at home.
Yeah.
Because everyone just knew me for my personality, but not really for my ability to dance, which is kind of wild. But
wow. Oh, I love hearing that. Yeah, I can imagine that could be like not frustrating, but like there's so much more to you than just like your ability to post TikToks and stuff.
Yeah.
And how cool you had Jordan, who's someone that is like such a competitor and is so just
she locked in.
Locked in.
Since day one, she locked in and I was like, oh, I'm going to like be putting the work in with Jordan.
Yeah. Was there a moment where you like realized that, did you just know that she was going to be serious about it because she is an Olympian? Or was there a moment where you were like, oh, like, we're here?
I feel like when I first met her, I wasn't expecting her to be so like, I didn't really know much about her prior to the season. I knew her story. I knew her at the Olympics, but I didn't really know much about like her as a person because I have never met her before.
Yeah.
But she was a lot more bubbly than I remember. But I like when I found out she was my partner, my head was like, oh, we're taking this so serious. But like, one thing about Jordan is, she'll lock in, she puts in the work, but she emphasizes always having a good time and always having good energy and good vibes. Because it's like, and the weeks that we struggled the most were the weeks where like we weren't enjoying the process. We were really hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
So she really was like the best at bringing out like my best self and like making sure that I felt 100%.
Yeah.
Because then it went both ways.
Yeah, that's so good. Is there like, can you pick, okay, maybe aside from your freestyle, is there a favorite dance that you did before the finale?
The ones that I did enjoy, I love doing our jive.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I ever got full body chills doing a dance before.
Oh, wow.
Like when she jumped over my shoulders and then we do like that turning sequence after.
Yeah.
Just like full body chills was the first time I ever experienced that.
Yeah.
Like ever in a dance. And it was just like hearing the audience, like we did something super cool.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that. But I also feel like our rumba was one that.
What week was that?
That was for Wicked.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like we closed the show, but I loved that dance because the journey to get to that dance was probably like our hardest, but the way that we kind of overcame going about that rumba and how it like fully developed on the ballroom floor was like truly magical.
Yeah. When did the idea for the freestyle come? Like, I want to hear like your process was.
It came when Normani came to the show.
Okay.
So Normani came to the show to watch Lauren.
Okay.
Because she did like her Fifth Harmony song.
Yeah.
Slay, like diva. And Normani was there. And so she talked to us after. And I didn't know that Normani and Jordan were friends, but they were kikiing. And like, I love Normani. Like, I love this diva. I love her so much. And so when she was talking to Jordan, she was confident we were making the finale. But like, obviously, like when you're in it, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And she was like, when you guys make the finale, like, I want to be in your freestyle. And I was like, oh, so we have to make the finale. Like, we have to make it. And so that was like the first piece to our freestyle that I knew, like, okay, Normani's going to be in it. Okay, so Normani, like, yes, like Normani and Jordan are friends, but like Normani wasn't a part of her journey on the show. So it was like choreographically, it was gonna be really hard for me to put her in it in a way that made sense for it. So like crazy. But then it came down to like a couple weeks before the finale when their like producers are sitting down with us and being like, okay, we need like ideas. We need to like start going about it.
Yeah.
And then from there, just like I had to find songs that fit Jordan's story.
Yeah.
And I kind of sat with her and like we had a couple of options and I was just like playing it for her. And then we ultimately picked Bow Down and Motivation. Yeah. Because like Normani was in it. And Bow Down because Jordan loves it. She loves Beyonce. Yeah. She loves repping Houston. Like there are so many things about that song when we were listening to it. We're like, oh my gosh, like this is the perfect song. This is it. And then from there, it was just kind of like formatting it and then staging it. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was so good. And it's been obviously so fun to like watch people like recreate it on TikTok.
Oh yeah. That's the best part. That's so cool. Like I just taught at a dance convention this last weekend with Riley. And people were coming up to me like just doing it. And like that's like such a surreal experience. Like
that's so sweet.
Yeah, it's like so weird. It's like, wow, like I spent the past like couple weeks just doing that and now you're a random person and you're doing it in front of me. It's like really cool.
Yeah. Were you nervous at all how the judges were gonna like the freestyle?
No, I didn't care at that point.
Great.
Like full transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like going into the finale, at this point, it wasn't about getting a good score to me. I feel like there's certain weeks on the show where it's like, yeah, you want to get a good score, but certain weeks where it's like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And for me, like doing that freestyle, I'm like, no, like there was a part of me that was like, okay, like she's definitely like twerking on national television, like on Dancing with the Stars, which probably has never happened before. Yeah. Like I was like sitting myself with this, but I'm like, it's her. It's like, it's exactly who she is. And like we went out and I saw her like dancing when we went out and I was like, okay, this is our freestyle. I was like, can you remember this please? Cause like I really like you need to do this. Like you have to do this.
Oh.
But like ultimately like when it comes to the freestyle, I don't think the judges' opinions matter and people at home's opinions matter. It's just simply about taking who you have and just making them shine no matter what.
Yeah. I got like a little nervous when Carrie Ann was like starting to like talk and I was like, what is she about to say right now? And then I was like, oh no. And then she said it was the best one and I was like, oh my gosh, thank God. Like, you know how she does like her little thing before she starts talking and I was like, oh no. And then she did it and I was like, okay,
yeah, it's always like too, like she'll start with like a compliment and then you're like, okay, it's either gonna.
You're like waiting.
Like, it's either gonna go, okay, wait, she loves it. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Or the pasta, like I really thought she was gonna like her pasta and then she was like complimenting us and then she said that like she was too strong and then I was like, I was like, oh, dang it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Lately, my life has felt like a constant juggling act between work, social plans, travel, trying to move my body, and still show up for myself. There are so many days where my own health ends up taking a back seat. I'll look up and realize I've been running around all day answering emails, hopping from one thing to the next, and haven't actually fueled myself in the way that feels good. And that's exactly where Premier Protein comes in for me. On those busy days when I need something quick, convenient, and actually satisfying, Premier Protein has become my go-to. It's the kind of thing that I can grab without slowing down, but still feel good after choosing. Whether I'm heading out the door, need an afternoon boost, or just want something easy that fits into my routine, it makes fueling myself feel simple instead of stressful. And honestly, it tastes amazing. I always keep the vanilla on hand. It's my favorite flavor and it makes it so easy to reach for something that I actually enjoy and look forward to having. What I also really appreciate is that Premier Protein fits into real life. It's not just for intense gym sessions or hardcore workout days. It's for everything you need fuel for. With 30 grams of protein and tons of delicious flavors, Premier Protein isn't just for those who get after fitness. It's for those who get after life. It's for squeezing in a walk, showing up to a meeting feeling ready, saying yes to plans with friends, winning game night, or even mastering a new recipe for a dinner party. That's why it feels like such an easy, smart choice. Find your favorite flavor at premierprotein.com. That's PREMIERPROTEIN.com or at Amazon, Walmart, or other major retailers. We're right in the middle of cold and flu season, and this is the time of year when I'm really intentional about how I'm taking care of myself. Between travel, long days, and recording, I'm always looking for more natural ways to help support my immune system and feel my best. That's why I was excited to discover Wetter Spoon Manuka Honey, especially their Manuka Honey drops. If you're wondering what Manuka Honey is, it's a special type of honey that's exclusively sourced from New Zealand and contains naturally occurring wellness benefits you don't find in regular honey. What I love about Wetherspoon's Manuka Honey Drops is that they don't taste like typical cough drops. They're perfectly sweet, never bitter or medicinal, and honestly enjoyable to take. It feels good soothing my throat with ingredients I actually recognize and trust. They're handmade with functional ingredients like bee propolis and echinacea to help support immune wellness. And they come in honey-based flavors like ginger and lemon. The lemon is clearly my favorite. They're also always USDA organic, non-GMO, and free of artificial colors, flavors, and sweeteners, which is a huge plus for me. They're also individually wrapped, so they're easy to take on the go with you. I pop one in whenever I'm feeling a little run down or when my throat feels dry after a long day of recording. Wetherspoon is also the #1 selling Manuka honey brand in the US and one of the only organic Manuka honeys on the market. They're always non-GMO and free of antibiotics and glyphosates, which makes them an easy yes for my daily wellness routine. Get your own taste of New Zealand sunshine today by visiting wetherspoon.com and use code SQUEEZE20 at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's wetherspoon.com and use code SQUEEZE20 for 20% off your order of Wetherspoon Manuka Honey. When things get hectic, dinner is usually the first to go. You either forget to eat, grab something that doesn't make you feel great, or fall back on the same 3 meals over and over. That's why Tempo has become my go-to fresh, balanced meals that actually taste good and take almost no effort. On nights when recordings run long or my schedule just completely derails, Tempo genuinely saves me. Everything arrives fresh and fully cooked, the portions are perfect, and dinner is ready in about 2 minutes. It's real food, fast without the planning, the grocery list, or the what am I even going to make tonight meltdown. Tempo sends chef-designed, dietitian-approved meals straight to your door. Each dish is portioned for a full lunch or dinner and heats up in minutes. So you get something satisfying without resorting to a sad desk lunch or a late-night takeout regret. And you never get bored. They offer 20 new recipes each week, all made with nutrient-rich ingredients and tons of variety. Bright flavors, great textures, and none of the burned-out meal prep energy. Whatever your goals are, there's a plan that fits it. Protein-packed with up to 30 grams of protein, calorie-conscious, carb-conscious, fiber-rich, the options make it easy to stay consistent without overthinking it. You can stack meals for the work week, save a few for chaotic nights, or mix and match depending on how you're feeling. And for a limited time, Tempo is offering our listeners 60% off your first box. Go to tempomeals.com/squeeze. That's tempomeals.com/squeeze for 60% off your first box. tempomeals.com/squeeze. Rules and restrictions may apply. How has it been this season? Because I feel like there was some stuff there was some discourse on the internet at times.
Always.
During the season?
Yeah, that was like a recurring theme this season.
Yeah. How was that for you? Was that the first time you'd really like personally dealt with that? Or?
I taught convicted felon how to dance, so that definitely came with its battles, for sure. But I definitely feel like it was the heaviest it was for me.
Yeah.
Because because I definitely feel like at some point every single pro had a little something.
Yeah.
And it was very evident because it was something that we were all talking about behind the scenes.
Okay.
And I feel like the most heat that I got for it was after our week 1.
Okay.
Like we did our salsa and people were like, that's not a salsa. Ezra can't choreograph, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was really hard for me to deal with. But I definitely feel like the thing that got me over it, and will I ever be 100% over that aspect?
Yeah.
No, because it's multi-layered. It's really complex. But the thing that really helped me be at ease with it was knowing that being in the position that we're in the public eye, you are accepting those opinions. You are allowing that to happen in your life.
Yeah.
And so the moment I kind of had to be not this is gonna happen, but no matter what I do, it will happen. So that gave me ease, but also they were coming from my choreography and I was like, sis, I can change my choreography.
Yeah.
That's super easy. That's not something I'm That's not something I'm insecure about. Like I'm
Yeah.
really confident in my work and what I do. So when
Yeah.
they were coming for like my choreography, I was like, okay, no, like I
Yeah.
can pull up. Like I can 100% do this.
Yeah. I know. That was definitely something because obviously, like during the season, my entire like For You page is just all Dancing with the Stars. Like
Right.
everything
Naturally.
that's just what my feed ends up being. But I definitely do feel like there was just it was just I feel like this season really, obviously, it was each week. It was the most amount of votes, the most amount of votes. Like the views were going up,
It
whatever.
started
But
getting boring. They were like, this week, the most amount of votes. We're like, I'm like, should we be expecting it every week? We're
Yeah.
like, I think there was one week they didn't say it, and all of us were like, yeah, and we got like so excited about
That's so funny. But I do feel like I just felt like I was seeing a lot of it online, and it like bounced from like, it really just like bounced from like one couple to another of either it was like the pro was catching heat or the star was catching the heat.
It really sucked. That part really did suck.
Yeah.
I feel like experiencing it sucks, but seeing other people go through it sucks even more.
Yeah.
Especially the celebrities.
Yeah.
It is such a vulnerable experience, like
Yeah.
really. And so the moment I felt like, oh dang, like this is gonna be a thing, was after week 1. Because usually on the show, after week 1, like everyone usually gets a confidence boost.
Yeah.
Like no one gets sent home. Everyone gets like, I always say like their participation trophy.
Yeah.
And so like usually like when we come back after week 1, vibes are great. Like everyone feels really confident.
Yeah.
This season was like after week 1, it just was sad. Like everyone didn't feel confident because now that the show has more opinions, more eyes, everyone wants to say their opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that part was really sad to see for sure.
Yeah. Was it ever something that you and Jordan, did you guys have a conversation about stuff that was going on online, or was she just, I mean, she's obviously been in the public eye for so long. Like, is she able to block it out, or what did you guys kind of have to
She
like,
is
talk about it?
headstrong when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there was a week where I like picked her up during elimination after we made it, and then she was like, she just said, "Put me down," which I'm like, Queen, you know your boundaries. But I also thought it was like funny.
Yeah.
People saw as her being like a diva or a brat, and then it started turning into something that like that I was like I was personally really mad at.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything because like I didn't know how she felt about it.
Yeah.
But I just remember that day going in the studio, and that was the first time I ever saw her down. And then we talked about it, and she talked about how it really affected her, and I was like the fact that you are being put down over something that you were completely innocent of, like you had no ill intent with whatever happened during that moment.
Yeah.
Is like, it pissed me off so much, and that was probably the first time I was like vocal about any online hate.
Yeah. Have you had to learn to kind of set boundaries with social media after this
Oh,
season?
well, after last season.
Okay.
After I came back from tour was the first time I was like, this is getting a lot for me.
Okay.
But I'm really glad I did. Right before this season, I took a whole month off of like posting on social media. I had like brand deals that whole month. I like canceled all of them. Oh, wow. I'm like, I'm sorry, my team. Like I was literally like, I just need to stop.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, that's when social media starts feeling like a job.
Yeah.
And like last season when I started with like Anna, like all of it was just like stupid. Like for me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a gag, whatever.
Yeah.
But then it gets to a point where it's like, and I found myself getting this way where it's like I was getting addicted to like the views and the likes and staying relevant and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like because of that, it took me away from what I actually love to do, which is like dance and choreography. And that was like my passion. That's my love. And so after tour, that's when I was like, I felt the most disconnected from what I love to do, but the most connected to the thing that was like super addicting to me, not good for my mental health at all. And so that month where I was doing absolutely nothing and just training, dancing, went on a vacay was like, that was such a healing month for me because it really brought me back to like why I do what I do, which was, I think was really important that I did before the season started.
Yeah, that's so good. A question I love asking pros when I have them on is, how have you been able to keep your relationship, like your love for dance, still alive and thriving? Because I imagine like it gets to a point where, not gets to a point, but it could be a little hard just to love the thing you do when you're like dancing 24/7. You're like, it is your job.
Yeah.
And when your passion becomes your job, like I imagine that it could be a little hard to still like have that love.
Yeah,
for
I
it.
definitely feel like the thing about the show that I love the most is that every single week is different.
Yeah.
Nothing feels routine or repetitive, which to
Yeah.
me, when I'm on tour, my love for dance goes away because I'm doing the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like on tour, the thing that keeps it alive is the people that come and watch and support us. Like
Yeah.
that to me is like a sole reason to like to keep pushing and going on tour.
Yeah.
But like after tour, I was like, I do not want to dance.
Yeah.
Like in my head, I'm like, I do not want to dance like at all.
Yeah.
But when you're on the show, the thing that really helps keep it alive is the creatives every single week.
Yeah.
Like getting to choose your music, your song choice. Then you're like having like, I remember the week where I really enjoyed with Anna was our second week. I mean, that was the week we got eliminated.
Yeah.
But that's when I was like, okay, like I need to get her to perform. That's when I'm like in the studio, like trying to choreograph something that can like bring out her personality. But that's the part that I love and that part fuels me so much.
Yeah.
And I don't think I realized that until I had a chance with Jordan to go even further.
Yeah.
And then I'm like every week I was like even struggling, I would get in the studio, I'd create, but then I'd feel like really I'd feel full. So
How I feel like your guys' tour, every time they're like, we added more dates, I'm like, oh no. Like obviously I'm excited for you guys, but then I'm like, it's already so long and you guys like looking at the thing, like there are so many shows. How do you like even try to remotely prioritize your like mental health or like having some sanity?
I love that you're bringing this up because this last tour, I definitely feel like I personally didn't do a good job on my mental health on the road. The thing that's really hard, and I think this is what I'm bringing it back to, is we're touring in the winter, which is like there's no sun.
Yeah.
And so the first month of tour for me was really hard because that's when we were in like the East Coast in the winter in January. And like some cities like were snowed out, we had to cancel the show.
Yeah.
But the moment we got to Florida, I was outside for like ever and I felt so much better.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like what helps and what like in my brightest moments on tour were the moments where I had routine every single day. But when I got depressed, I would just like be in bed and then I would just get up, perform, and then go back to sleep. And like that's when it feels like monotonous. But then I'm like, I have to like understand and like sit with myself. Being in these cities, there is an opportunity to be in these cities.
Yeah.
Like you can explore and go out. You can go to a different gym. You can go to this coffee shop.
Yeah.
But I'm just choosing to like be in bed all day until I perform.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I think it's just a it's a mindset.
Yeah.
But going into this next tour, I'm like really prioritizing like my tour routine. And then that I'm actually like doing it now.
Yeah.
So that when I get out on the road, nothing about my life changes and I can just like keep pushing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's really good to know. And I feel like sometimes we don't want a routine. Like I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, like this is like so monotonous, like doing the same thing over and over again. But our bodies are like really like are meant to and thrive off of a routine. So especially when your little routine can be the same and your schedule is like what it is of like touring and just like such like high body exertion and all of this like energy, like having the little same thing that you can do every day is so important. Like what are some like things in your routine that
currently it's running.
Wow, really?
Yes, which I never thought I would be a runner, like at all. Like a running girl. I did not.
Yeah, no, that's me too.
But I actually love running.
Oh, wow.
And I just love running with like people. So like last week I went on a run with Joey.
Okay.
I usually do a run club with like Sochi. We'll just like go out on runs like every week. That to me is really important. Staying active, like either if it's like I do my PT for the day. Yeah, I mean that's really big. Also, like I have to get out of my apartment at least once in my day.
Yeah.
Especially this last week where it was like I had 3 days where I was just kind of like bed rotten. I was like, I have to get out and like just like be active.
Yeah.
But I think besides dance, like I have to make sure I'm active in my day and I do something outside of my day where I'm like interacting with like other people. I think it's really important.
Yeah. That's something that's very common in performers and in this entertainment industry. And we see it a lot with musicians when they come off a tour, but we don't really ever talk about the dancers on the tour, but also Dancing with the Stars, it's the same thing. You are on this like schedule of a few months of just like go every single day, highs. You're doing everything and everything all at once.
Mm-hmm.
How was that come down for you?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Every single time. It sucks.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just gets harder. I don't know. It's really interesting, like,
Yeah.
because you're really like questioning your relationship to yourself as opposed to like your relationship to your job.
Yeah.
And then that's when you're sitting with yourself being like, oh, wow, like I really put so much of my worth into like my career, which is like really hard to like balance that to like your actual like self-worth.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like why I struggle with it so hard is because I definitely feel like growing up at a dance studio and out of school, like you have a routine every single day.
Yeah.
So when you have that routine and it's something you're passionate about, something that's cool, and you're like thriving off of it, yes, like you're going to want to continue to do that. But once it's done, it's like, it's like your mind, I just like, I feel like your body goes into like fight or flight and like doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I like, even after GMA, I was like in bed and like really trying to sleep, but I just couldn't because like my body just felt like it needed to do something.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. I don't feel like I've mastered it, but once I have, I'll hit you up.
Yeah,
like,
you'll let me know.
You'll be the first to know.
Well, I feel like there's also just a component of that really like we can't control ourselves because like I even feel this way. Even like the smallest thing of like we'll be at like I don't even know, like a football game. Like Taylor loves sports, so we'll be at a football game. I love sports too, and like it'll be like a really close, like high adrenaline like game. We're big like Detroit fans, so the team we always go to games, and like I feel like sometimes getting into bed, like my adrenaline is still like through the roof. And like I literally really didn't do anything. I just watched a game. Like so, like the fact that you guys do, you've done all of these weeks of a show and then you fly straight to GMA, you do GMA, and then you're expected to just like go to like
go
how
home.
do you sleep? Like how do you turn your brain off?
You don't. Like I think after GMA I was like doom scrolling. I think I watched every single Dancing with the Stars TikTok from the season. I was just like up watching everything. Yeah. Also I feel like a part of me just didn't want to let it go. So I was just like, I don't want this to end. So I was just like, my last hurrah like on my For You page, just like seeing everything. But I kid you not, after that day, the next day my For You page was like minimal Dancing with the Stars, because I kid you not, I think in that night I went through like every single video. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah. How long do you think it took for you to kind of like get out of that funk after? You're like, I don't know, I'm still in it.
No, high key still in it. No, I definitely feel like what got me out of the funk was me changing my mindset about tour. And now it gave me something to look forward to. Yeah. Because I was like, I really want to go on tour, but I want to thrive on tour, which is something that I'm not the best at tour. You can ask all my friends. I do not thrive on tour. But I'm like, this season I want to thrive on tour. But once I like realized that, I was like, okay, we can start working to the next thing.
Yeah. I love that. I'm really intentional about the podcast I recommend because I know how personal listening time is. And if you're looking for a show that actually feels honest, grounded, and not performative or overly polished, Jaded deserves a spot in your queue. Jaded is a weekly series that digs into what success really looks like beyond the highlight reels. Not just the wins, but the confusion, the pressure, and the moments where you're figuring it out as you go. The conversations feel real in a way that's refreshing. Like people are saying the things we usually keep to ourselves. What I appreciate most is that the show doesn't rush to tie up everything neatly. Guests talk openly about missteps, unexpected pivots, self-doubt, and the in-between seasons that don't get talked about enough. It's reflective without feeling heavy and honest without trying too hard to be deep. It's hosted by Jade Begay, and the tone is super conversational, more like listening in on a meaningful off-mic exchange than a formal interview. There's an ease to it that makes you feel like you're right there in the room. What really stands out to me is the perspective. You're hearing from people who are actively shaping culture while they're still in it. Their stories aren't wrapped up or resolved, they're unfolding in real time. And that honesty makes the conversation land differently. You walk away with insight, perspective, and that feeling of, okay, I'm not alone in this. Every episode leaves room for reflection and forward motion, whether it sparks a new way of thinking or just makes you feel a little more grounded in your own process. Jaded is one of those shows that sticks with you. Subscribe to the Indigenous House YouTube channel for new episodes of Jaded each week. This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. I'm trying to be better about hydration because I'll be honest, I'm the kind of person who thinks I'm fine and I get halfway through the day and I'm like, wait, why do I have a headache? Why am I dragging? Why do I feel so off? And that's because I've realized I basically have had coffee and like 3 sips of water. So lately I've been reaching for Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier sugar-free, especially on days that start early and end late, like when I'm recording, running around, or just trying to stay on and present all day. I like it because it's simple, it tastes good, and it feels like I'm actually doing something that supports my energy instead of just hoping I'll catch up later. And then the science piece matters to me too. Liquid IV is scientifically formulated to help replenish electrolytes and fluids that you lose from everyday dehydration, like sweat, movement, travel, all of it. It has 0 sugar, 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, all in a single stick. And it's backed by a scientific advisory board. Real experts, real science. And this is the part that really sold me. Just 1 stick and 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. Powered by Live Hydroscience, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. Rehydrate with science-backed hydration from Liquid IV's Hydration Multiplier sugar-free. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code SQUEEZE at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code SQUEEZE at liquidiv.com. If you're trying to stay on track during a really busy season, I highly recommend the brand new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus powered by Peloton IQ. It's Peloton's most elevated equipment yet, with real-time guidance and endless ways to move, all designed to help you reach your goals effortlessly, whether you're training solo or alongside your favorite instructors. What really stands out to me is how Peloton helps you achieve more in less time. Peloton IQ takes a lot of thinking out of your workouts and helps you stay consistent, even on packed days. It has features like goal setting and weight suggestions, so you're always making new progress, which makes it easier to stay motivated and keep moving forward. There's also a movement tracking camera that can count your reps and help you correct form in real time. With the swivel screen, you can go from a longer run on the Tread Plus to a quick stretch, strength, or sculpt class off of it with 1 smooth turn. It makes it easy to build a well-rounded routine no matter how busy your schedule is. Let yourself run, lift, sculpt, push, and go. Explore the new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com. During the season, like of the show, is there any way to keep any form of routine or like prioritizing mental health, or it's just
I definitely feel like you just have to make time for it.
Yeah.
But the thing that's really hard about, especially a pro on the show, your schedule fully revolves around your celebrity. So that's why it's like hard to plan anything in advance.
Yeah. Because
some days, I mean, like literally some weeks, I think it was do you ever see like your Tina Turner dance?
Yes.
I
saw that one.
She learned that in 2 hours.
Oh, good.
And then she couldn't rehearse the rest of the week. And then we had like a couple more hours on our Sunday for camera block and then camera block.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was this when she was like gone? She was like out of town or something?
Yes,
I remember.
She like left, came back,
Yeah,
and then I think then she didn't come back again. I can't remember.
I feel like I remember during the season she was not in LA. She was like in another state. I can't remember what it was.
Like,
and I was like, how? I was like, wait.
Me, I'm like tweaking. I'm like, ah! So yeah, my mental health isn't good then because I'm like, we need to rehearse. But like, really teach you. She really taught me patience.
Yeah.
And like to really trust her in the process.
Yeah.
Because there are some days where it's like, we don't like, oh my gosh, our freestyle, bruh. She learned that in increments every day. Because we had like no time to practice for the finale week. Because she was like double booked. She had to like shoot this other campaign. Like this girl is busy. She's in college. Like there's so many things about her life that keep her busy. Yeah. So like I had to like strategically teach her like 10 minutes every single day, like a new section of the freestyle. And then finally the day before, like we had our big rehearsal, like on stage with everyone. Yeah. I just sent her a video of her whole track and I said, I would love if you knew this all by tomorrow. And then she did. She learned it all. She literally learned the whole thing. And then we just plugged her in.
You just sent it to her and you were like...
Yeah. But I also learned with Jordan how visual she is.
Yeah.
And so like once you know that, be like, I can send her a video and
Yeah.
like that goes a long way.
Was there any advice that other pros gave you, or did you go to anyone for advice during this season?
So this is my like first full season.
Yeah.
Every single pro was like in my corner, which was like, it makes it that much more better.
Yeah.
I'm also like, I can get competitive.
Yeah.
But I'm not the person that's like, I need a win. Like I need a mirror ball. Like I recognize and understand that my job is to give my partner the best experience ever.
Yeah.
Whether or not we get a mirror ball or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that to me is like my agenda.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like with that, I really allowed opinion from other pros where
Yeah.
I just was like, I just want to be my best for my partner.
Yeah.
And so I definitely feel like people who did help a lot were like Whitney Carson. Like,
Okay.
I definitely love her mindset going into a season.
Yeah.
Also, Britt helps out so much. Like, I definitely
Yeah.
feel like in my lowest, she was there to like make me feel stronger. But Riley
Yeah.
was a huge one for me.
Oh yeah.
She was really huge.
Oh.
Like a good friend to talk to, make
Yeah.
me feel normal, make me feel like I was like doing a good job. And she
Yeah.
always was reminding me that I was. Because like I feel like, you know, sometimes you just need to hear that.
Yeah.
And she was always that friend for me.
Oh, that's so special.
I know. I love her.
Wait, also, there was a lot of new faces in your freestyle, like dancers, people I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Mhm.
Are did production just give
Yeah,
you
I mean,
people?
I wanted my sister in my freestyle. So I asked if I can bring out outside
Yeah.
people, if I can like request, and they're
Yeah.
like, no. So that was fully like,
Okay. I know. I was wondering because was it only Britt and Riley that were pros?
Yeah.
Like people, and then everyone else was
like outside.
okay.
But I even told production, like they're like, what's the style of your freestyle? Because I can
Yeah.
see like they're trying to see who can do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, realistically, only like I could think of a handful of pros that could actually pull that particular dance off. Like
Yeah.
you're literally throwing it back, like
Yeah.
on the ballroom floor.
Yeah.
So I like sat with production. I was like, I feel like majority of this has to be outside dancers
Yeah.
just because of the style and because
Yeah.
the style isn't really done on the show often. So it needs to be done like a certain way. So,
Yeah. I know. I was pointing it out to Taylor and he was like, oh, like I told him, I was like, I wonder if that was something that was talked about because it's not like a
Yeah.
typical what everyone is trained in.
No,
To do.
absolutely. And it's not like I didn't want you guys to be in it. Like I love you guys. I personally feel like you guys wouldn't have wanted to do it anyway. So I just didn't want to.
It is great. Well, Riley had like the quickest quick change. I feel like in between.
Oh my gosh, yes. From
Yeah.
Whitney's to mine. Yeah. I remember that.
I was like, oh, and her freaking blonde hair, she's throwing it back. I just is like my literal favorite
No,
thing.
she ate it up. She ate it up. I'm so happy she was in it because I was in her first freestyle.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, it was like that was so stupid. I was like, Riley, I was in your first freestyle and you're in mine. Like we both just had like a tender moment. Like we're like, oh, like this is so cute.
No, I feel like you have to have those moments though. Like you have to like, even if it's like a little something, like you really have to. Those are big moments.
Those
like,
are big moments.
Even though it's just like, you know, you're in a dance, you're in every dance, you know.
Yeah.
But it's really sweet that you guys have each other and you're able to like do that. How's it going to be on tour without her?
I'm gonna miss her. No, I'm gonna miss her because when she left on tour last year, that sucked for me because she was my diva. But I
Yeah.
also like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love the whole cast.
Yeah.
I love him so much. But like
No,
Riley's
for
my
sure.
best friend.
Yeah.
Like that's what. So it's like
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting, but also it's gonna allow me to be closer to everyone else.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. And you have your little like routine in place that you're going to carry on
Yeah.
throughout the tour.
Just
And
like
it's-
thrive.
And it's
diva.
going to be great.
Yeah.
Something that you mentioned to me before, and I don't know if you've talked about it, so I'm going to let you just like take it away and share, but you mentioned being a queer performer, that there are days where you feel more masculine,
Oh yeah.
feminine.
I love this question.
how has that been for you, trying to figure out like honoring both sides in a way?
It's the easiest thing.
Yeah.
I feel like the moment I figured myself out,
Yeah.
and I figured out the like the styles that we have to dance to, particularly on Dancing with the Stars, it's just easy. But also like I'll only femme it up, and I hate the fact that I say that, or like or maybe like really masculine if it calls for it.
Yeah.
If it calls for the creative. So
Yeah.
like I kind of like fell off with this idea, but like first like couple weeks on the show, I was committed to like a character.
Yeah.
So when it came to like our anxiety routine, like our
Yeah.
tango, the whole day I was like with Jordan, like this whole episode, I am gonna be your anxiety until we dance. Up until we dance, then I'll be myself.
Yeah.
But like I really tried my best to like play a role this season as opposed to like be myself on the ballroom floor.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just, if the creative called for it, then
Yeah.
I'll do it. But I just wanted to be a vessel to what she wanted to do.
Yeah. No, I feel like you did a really good job because I think you're right. There is certain dance roles where like the male lead is supposed to be like the strong, like masculine, and like you do a very good job at like being those types of characters. And then like, you know, the fun dances, you like add your little wave or your wink. Like,
and you know, I enjoyed those a little bit more.
Yeah.
The only time I like completely disregarded like the style was our paso doble.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because I was selfish, and selfishly that was my dance.
Yeah.
Breaking dishes was my dance because I just wanted to do that song so bad.
It's so good.
And then I was just like with Jordan's like, I'm so sorry, like this dance could flop, but I just personally want to do this.
Yeah.
That was probably like the most like against like the creative or against what Jordan wanted to do, because I just really just wanted to have fun.
Yeah. In this entertainment industry, especially as a dancer, I feel like you are taking on like a lot of roles as we talked about, but it's also, I feel like, an industry where you're kind of told to like act a certain way, be a certain way. How do you like keep your identity in that?
Oh, wow. I definitely feel like there's a fine balance of like being a good person to work for and also like having your personality.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like I guess like it's a loaded bullet, just like always just stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
But also I feel like morals are really big too. Like I definitely feel like a lot of people in this industry, they tend to lose themselves over a job or like lose their identity to fit a certain thing.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like for me, what really helped the most was just like allowing space to discover myself.
Yeah.
But once I did, really staying true to who that was.
Yeah. I love that. Is there like, I mean, you can say that you're in your dream job, but is there something like career-wise one day you hope to do that you haven't done, that you dream of doing, that would be cool?
Oh gosh.
You're like everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing and more. I don't know. I feel like doing the coolest thing about Dancing with the Stars is the opportunity that it brings.
Yeah.
Like I think that to me is the cherry on top. I love doing it, but like the fact, like I never expected to gain like a following, because this massive following because of the show or any of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that to me is like a cherry on top. But I definitely feel like any opportunity that comes outside of the show, like I will 100% go for. I'm like such an open person, but also like I love anything artistically, whether it be singing, acting, dancing, performing, like all those things I'm passionate about. I'm not a person that's like I have a specific dream because I am living my dream.
Yeah.
I'm a person that's like, if it works for me and it's like I'm passionate about it, I will 100% go for it.
Yeah. I feel like what's fun about you and what I love about you, and I think everyone can kind of see it because you are so authentically yourself, is like I feel like there's a fine line, especially with dance or even just entertainment, getting a job, and then like you kind of like are expecting of things. I feel like you are the perfect combination of being confident in yourself and like knowing that you are a good dancer and that you are like, you're good enough to be in these spaces, but also you don't expecting this, that, and the other. Like you're just like, I'm here and I'm grateful to be here and I'm going to do my job and be nice.
I also feel like when you expect something, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel like growing up as a kid, when I would expect things and I can't believe I'm like referring to like a kid. That's crazy. Like when you're a child and you're like expecting things and they don't come your way, like you get really let down.
Yeah.
And I feel like just ever since I was a kid, I like quickly changed that mindset to being like, I deserve things. No, things come to me because of the energy I put out. And I definitely feel like I 100% live by that.
Yeah, I love that. I would love to know what you're most proud of yourself for.
Oh wow. I'm really proud of myself. Like this season,
Yeah.
I'm so proud of myself. I think the biggest thing I'm most proud of is my patience and my willingness to learn this past season. I definitely feel like if it wasn't for those two things, it wouldn't have been what it was.
Yeah.
But I love the thing that I love most about myself is how open my heart is and how
Yeah.
open I am to criticism, to other personalities, to crazy ideas. Like that's just the type of person I am. Like I will always see anything through, and that's something that I'm really proud of.
I love that. Okay, Lemon 7. 7 questions. You can answer them rapid fire, or if you like want to tell a story, you just do whatever your heart desires. Number 1 is, what movie or song title best describes your mental health today?
I would say Inception
Okay.
because whenever I leave a huge project, I go into like existential crisis of
Yeah.
like, was that real? Did I
Yeah.
experience that? And then I'll be dreaming of it.
Yeah.
That's my mental
Yeah.
health.
Number 2 is, how open are you with people in life when struggling?
Very open.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like it's a part of the human experience to hear other people's experiences.
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel like we're stronger as a community, and we're stronger when we're allowing people's thoughts, opinions to like enter your own life, even if you don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Even if it's something that because I've heard a lot of things from this past season that I definitely like shouldn't have heard.
Yeah.
But a part of me is glad I heard it.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 3 is, if you could only follow 3 social media accounts, what would they be?
I'd follow Riley.
Okay.
Because I feel like every single time I see her face, I just feel better.
Yeah.
She's like that person, like,
Yeah.
Riley. I just, like, even on the show, we'll be like super tense and I'll see her, like,
Yeah.
I love you. Okay, Riley. Probably like Jay Shetty,
Okay,
right?
great, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like motivational, like,
Yeah.
I'll feel super confident. And then probably like Jennifer Coolidge.
That's good.
Like 100%. Just
Yeah.
like
Does
something.
she post?
Not enough. I don't
Yeah.
know. Not enough.
Number 4 is, what is your favorite form of self-care?
Favorite form of self-care is self-expression.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How do you do that outside of dance?
How outside of dance?
Like outside of dancing, how can you?
How can I express myself outside of dancing? I
Yeah.
don't know, like through art. To me, what makes me feel better, and I kid you not, whenever I'm in a funk, I'll literally just play music and dance in my kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's how I've always been as a kid.
Yeah.
So like that to me is the best therapy that I have discovered for myself.
I hear what you're saying. Number 5 is, what is the most misunderstood thing about you?
I think people I actually don't know. I don't know. Most misunderstood thing about myself. I feel like a lot of people misunderstood how smart I actually am. Like I'm actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
I may not know how to read a book. I may not know how to read a book, but I definitely feel like and a lot of people I looked up to would tell me like how smart I was, and I literally was like, am I really that smart? Like I don't feel like I'm smart, but it really took me a long time to understand like what I'm actually smart at. And it's like I'm really good with other people's energies. I'm really good at getting personality out of other people.
Yeah.
Really good at choreography, dance. Really good at like surprisingly really good at PR. I'm like, not many people can like go unscathed from dancing with a convicted felon. Like, I mean, I did definitely feel the burn a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like when it comes to those scenarios, like I don't feel like people underestimate my ability to like get through.
Yeah.
And like really make the most out of any situation.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you have a very good sense of like, I think they put you with Anna because they knew that you could you are smart enough to handle that.
To like pivot and whatever.
Yeah.
Looking back, I was like, yo, you're a genius. I was like, wait, what? Because like, what was that? Like, that's crazy.
Okay, number 6 is, who has had the most positive impact on your mental health?
I would say my mom. Yeah, for many reasons. My relationship with my mom has varied throughout like my whole life, but I think the thing that really makes me look up to her in so many ways is her ability to change as a person. Like even when I first came out, she was super against it.
Yeah.
But seeing her like really see her love for me, her son, and really put aside her belief system and like completely dropping it to fully accept me and to fully like see me thrive. I think it's super powerful.
Yeah.
And because of that, really opened my eyes to really like how I want to live my life. And I just see the type of person she is now. She's super happy, super vibrant. And I just definitely think the only thing that changed was like her mindset. So.
Yeah, that's sweet. Okay, number 7 is if you could go back to one moment in your life, what moment would that be? And what would you say to yourself?
If I could go back to a moment in my life, it would probably be when I got eliminated with Anna.
Okay.
And I would just tell myself that this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the moment, it felt like the end. And I felt like that was my journey on the show. I didn't think I was going to be asked back after that.
Yeah.
There were so many like variables that like I was on the fence about that I had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But if I were to tell myself in that moment is like, no, this is just the beginning. Just stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I adore you. Thanks
I
for
adore
coming
you.
and chatting. And
This is always good.
I love getting to just like watch you live your life, and you're such a light. I know we talked a lot about Riley being a light, but you are definitely a light to people.
Thank you.
You bring such good energy. So have fun on tour.
Thanks.
Go see the Dancing with the Stars tour. We'll link it.
Yeah, and
Hello.
we'll bring her up on stage again.
That was fun.